The mic on?
Yep.
Check. Hopefully it fucking... Why is this chair like this? Oh, that's better.
What's the beeping mean? Nothing?
I guess it just means it's on. I don't know. That's what it did the last time. Alright, so here we are. This is the rebrand. This is the Fed Show, Facing, Embracing Demons. We're going to talk about mental health shit. We're going to talk about the normal shit, basically just minus the beer. So, started out with Vincent on the Six Pack Podcast, so it's only fair and right that he's here today to kick this off. Yeah, dude, it's been a fucking minute. I don't even remember the last...
I want to say about 2 months or some shit.
Yeah, with your schedule changing,
yeah,
the new job, all that jazz, so... But here we are. Hopefully the shot's good, and hopefully I can get this audio on all platforms, so we're not just video. We'll be... You can tune in and listen on wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, so this is like the bear all episode to explain how I got where I'm at.
So what happened?
Well, you know,
I saw you that day before. Remember?
It was the day of.
Well, yeah, but I saw you the day before.
Well, it was the day of.
The night of.
That, yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
Like 6 hours later, after I was hanging out with you.
Yeah.
I was in jail or in the back of a cop car. So it was 316 day, and your boy was feeling good.
Damn.
Shout out 316. Shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's kind of poetic that that was the day that the Watcher stopped watching out for me.
Yeah.
And I really don't feel like I drank that much, but you know, I did some research and I was like, am I an alcoholic or do I abuse alcohol? And turns out I abuse alcohol because I consciously know, like, hey, let's go get more fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, not like I need it, like I go through withdrawals if I don't have it. I just want it. And like I would never like wake up and like haul ass to work drunk, like having beers on the way. Like I needed them to function. Basically, I was just like, let's have a good time and let's do this. So that's how I honestly, I remember hitting my vape and I remember drinking a Keystone because I was out of Stone Cold Steve Austin beers. And the next thing I knew, I woke up on a concrete floor.
Yeah, damn.
So, yeah. So, that being said...
I bet that shit was crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was really... Bro, I took my nose ring out apparently when I was drunk, and they checked me in, and they booked me and all that. I was like, wow. So I did all that.
So you remember none before that? Like,
nah, man. I remember waking up in the cell, looking around like, hey, where am I? How did I get here? Where are my shoelaces? These are the shoes I woke up wearing.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, dude, it was something else. And like I ain't gonna lie, I played around with alcohol for way too long. Took a lot of risks and chances. I totaled a truck. Walked away from that unscathed on the record, and physically walked away fine. And apparently, it was just time for me to get my shit together. So here we are. But the rebrand was coming anyway because there's like 7 six-pack podcasts on all streaming services, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I was just like, well, the rebrand's going to happen. And I had already thought about doing the mental health thing because we always were talking about it. And here we are. So basically it's going to be mental health focused from here on out and just dealing with talking about the different things that people deal with. Like I did research, looked at the CDC, looked at the WHO. Like, they said, like, 16 to 20% of adults have a mental illness that's, like, diagnosed. So I was, like, thinking about that. Like, everybody don't have health insurance where they can just go see a psychiatrist or they can go see someone to give them a mental evaluation. So I was, like, that number's probably closer to, like, 50%.
And I feel even with the insurance, it's still expensive.
Because it's not, like, primary care. It's, like... Yeah. It's, like, something above and beyond. Unless you do something crazy... Like, I mean, like you try to cut yourself, you try to kill yourself or something.
Yeah.
Then you get a different kind of like psychiatric help and stuff. But I mean, besides that, like people going through everyday life, like I was using alcohol as my vice. Like like I didn't want to think about my shit. I didn't want to think about, oh man, how do I get out of this situation or how do I push forward with my life. I was just sitting there like, let's get drunk.
Yeah.
And you can only do that for so long. I mean, you could do that forever, I guess, if you do it at home and don't get caught and you're not drinking and driving like I was. So I need to invest in Uber and Lyft because they've been providing a very solid service for some of us heavy drinkers out here.
Yeah.
And I need to practice what I preach and don't drink and drive. And I mean, if you're watching this and you see me doing some dumb shit, hold me accountable. Like I'm saying it right now, sober minded. And dude, I've been thinking about it. I don't think I'm gonna go back to drinking.
No.
I mean, so I have a real case. It's not just like I went to jail for a night and I got out. Like I have a DWI charge. I had to get an attorney. Getting a fucking breathalyzer in the car, like full blown, like I was in trouble, bro.
Yeah.
And they let me out on PR bond, public personal responsibility. So if I fuck up, I have to pay out of pocket to get back out, which I'm sure with the attorney and all that. But I don't plan on doing none of that. And get my breathalyzer, and they said that's going to be in the car probably anywhere from 9 to 12 months.
Yeah.
Paying for that and then turning around and paying court fees. And honestly, I'm just like, why would I know alcohol was like one of my vices and I love to drink. I love trying different beers, but part of me is like, hey man, maybe it's time to find some new activities, something that's not going to land you in jail or wrecking a car. So, and a lot of people are like, oh man, like I'm not here to make anybody feel like you're doing anything wrong. I mean, I don't blame anybody for none of this shit but myself, because I made conscious decisions to get fucked up and didn't plan ahead and get a designated driver or plan for an Uber or a Lyft home. Just thought, man, I got this. I've done it so many times.
Well, I've done it too,
I'll be
where
all right.
it's like you already like buzzing, feeling good, but you still continue to drink alcohol just to.
It's just like, well,
I don't know, just you
everybody,
want.
we're all having a good time or something,
Yeah.
or we're out, and it's like, hey man, like you can feel it a little bit, and you're like,
Yeah.
and I mean that's what I'm saying, like conscious decision. Like I wasn't like, man, I'm so fucked up, I have to have another drink though. It was like, man, I'm so fucked up, I know I'm messed up, but I'm gonna go ahead and have another beer anyway.
Yeah.
Like I'll wait it out at the end of the night, or I'll sober up in a little bit, and just those lies that I know I would tell myself, like,
Yeah.
nah, man, I'll be good by the time I got to roll out, and then the next thing you know, it's 2:30,
It's worse.
2:30, 3 o'clock, the bar's already closed. You already ate something, and you're still
Yeah.
like, nah, man, I don't feel good. I should have stopped drinking earlier. And like, not to say I'll never drink again. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm done with alcohol and beer and liquor, man. But I think you find a different appreciation for it. Like, let's have a couple of drinks at the house. Let's have 2 beers while I watch a football game or something. But I just feel like that's down the road. Like that's not gonna be anytime
Yeah.
soon. I ain't fucking around with this shit right now. Bro. I ain't made for jail. I am not made for jail. I learned that real quick. I never thought I was. But when you're rudely awakened in a situation of, oh man, like this is for real. Like waking up on a concrete floor looking at the ceiling like,
Was
where
it
am
cold
I?
in there?
Yeah, it was cold, bro. Luckily I had my sweater on and shorts.
Yeah.
And looking around and like, I mean, it's you think a lot differently when you don't have a phone to distract you. You can't watch TV when you feel like it. You can't go outside, get fresh air. You can't just like go out to the mall, go play basketball, go to the gym. You can't do whatever you want, and you're just sitting there like, how did I get here? Like, when did I make a decision that led me to think that this was okay? And that's how I felt when I was in there. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be my life. And I know people, habitual DWIs and stuff, and like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I got 3 boys. I set a terrible example for probably the last 2 years with my drinking, and it's time to get my shit together, set a better example, and be a better dad. I wasted so much time when I should have been doing more stuff with my kids rather than just fucking getting drunk on the weekends and
Yep.
chilling at the house. Like, I'm just gonna drink and stay at home. I'm gonna save money, but at the same time, they suffer because I could have been doing stuff with them. Because, Bro, I did the math on how much money I would spend on alcohol. Dude, at least 4 days a week, buy a 6 pack for 10 or 12 bucks from Walmart or the gas station. And I was like, that don't seem like a lot. But when you think, all right, that's
When
40,
adds
40 or
up.
$50 a week in a month, that's anywhere from like 160 to $200 a month.
Yeah.
And that was just a beer for the house. That wasn't going out. You go out, you have 2 beers. I'm gonna head out, and then you're like, I ain't ready to go home yet. I'd pop into another bar, but you're talking about $20, $30 bar tabs at 3 bars in a night.
Yeah. Man, you still got a little tip.
Grab the Whataburger on the way home, and so it just it all caught up with me. And like, if I don't laugh about it, then I'm gonna be all self pity about it, and I'll cry about it. So, like, that's what I said in that last YouTube video I made. Like, I'm an open book. Like, if there's anybody that wants to talk about it, y'all want to explore and question me and interview me about it.
Or even advice. Anything.
Yeah, man, and that's another thing. A lot of people have reached out. Like, Vince has checked on me quite a few times. Like, just making sure like my mental health is still where it needs to be. Like, trying to stay positive. Like, yeah, this shit sucks, dude. Thousands of dollars for an attorney, and then it'll turn into a couple of grand over the course of time for court fees and breathalyzer fees. I mean, you're looking at close to $10,000 when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
And that's if everything goes perfectly smooth.
Yep.
If you hit a road bump, there's another grand to get out of jail. There's another, oh, you violated probation. Now you got to spend the weekends in jail for a couple of months. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into this, and I ain't playing with it. Like, I ain't fucking around. So, still haven't gone to the gym. I fucked up my toe the other day, so that's why I haven't gone to the gym. But I worked out in the yard a little bit, did some shit, but yeah, the gym thing's coming. But, man, dude, I think I'm down like 17 or 18 pounds now. Just cutting out beer.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's how much beer I drink, bro. I drink a lot. So, working on that. But yeah, man, moving forward, like I'm still gonna have artists on. I got guests that want to come on right now. They want to talk about the mental health issue, talk about what they've been through. So we're still gonna do that. And then music, I don't know, dude. When I'm in a bad fucking mood, I can put some different music on. It'll change up real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I fucking hate Bob Marley when people put it on. But when I'm in a bad mood, you can put on some Bob Marley, and all right, I feel a little bit better. It mellows me out. But I mean, it's the same thing. You can change any mood. You can be in a great mood and someone put on some fucking metalcore and you're ready to jump in a mosh pit and hit people. So, I don't know. Oh, let me do a Bible quote, a Bible reference. So like, what was it? King Solomon, and they said David played him the harp, and it changed the tone of his heart, and he made a different decision in that situation. Oh, Bible reference time. Like I've talked about on the podcast before, I think on the Tropicana episode, I talked about, yeah, I was heavily into the church when I was with my kid's mom. We were there probably, man, when did we get married? 2008? I got married?
I don't know.
So, dude, and that was fucking what? 15 years ago?
Yeah.
14 years ago? Going on 15? Whatever, that long ago? But, dude, like, did you go to my wedding?
I didn't get to go, man.
You didn't go to my wedding. You sorry, bro.
I know, man.
You're
I know,
good, man.
for real.
No, it wasn't that
Different
great.
situation, man.
It wasn't that great. But, dude, that's one thing I will say. Like, don't cheap out on a wedding, bro. Like, have a big one. Have a big wedding. Because hopefully it's the only one you have, and it was a good one. Because mine was...
Where was it at anyways?
At that church we used to go to. And then the reception was like in the back kitchen where you met for like men's group. It was like this small room. There was no music playing.
I want to say I'd gone to y'all's church, old church.
Yeah, you had been to the old church, I think. But yeah, dude, we got married in there. I didn't feel pressured from the congregation, but, oh, you need to get right with God. Hey, man, no, bro. Have the big wedding. Plan it out and do it. Because hopefully you only do it the one time. But it's better to have the big wedding, the whole shebang, do all of it, the honeymoon, everything. Don't do what I did. Bro, we had like shitty nachos and tacos afterwards. And like at the time, oh, this would be good, blah, 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 blah. Fuck that, bro. No.
Yeah.
It was a shotgun wedding, to say the least. And no girl deserves that kind of wedding, that rush shit together. But yeah, dude, so when I was in that church, really into the church, fucking taught youth group, watched the babies, all that jazz. And, man, led a men's ministry on. So I was really heavily involved in the church. So I don't ever really talk
Y'all
about
probably
that
go
shit.
like what Sunday, Wednesday, or something.
Bro, we'd be there fucking almost 3 times a week most of the time.
Yeah,
Go during the week. Sometimes we'd have like a kickback at the church on Friday, like a potluck.
yeah.
Everybody show up. We're all sipping on Big Red and shit. And then, like, little by little, I was like, I want some beers. When I was of age. Because I would drink in high school, but yeah, heavily involved in the church. Like, everything revolved around that. And it just, like, I don't know, man. Tomorrow's Good Friday. So, I mean, we're recording this Thursday before Easter. I don't know when this shit will go up, but my views on the church have changed drastically. And I don't know, man. I feel like there is a watcher, but I don't know. I don't have no current religious ties or like hardcore beliefs in any direction right now. I really don't know how that pans out. I don't know what that looks like for me in the future.
You ever miss it though? You know, church kind of.
Um,
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of miss it. Just
I miss
talking to people and stuff.
Yeah, I miss the fellowship,
Yeah.
as you would say, in church. Like, I miss hanging out with people that are people that are trying to get their shit together.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, most people in church are either trying to get their shit together, or they're trying to save a marriage, or they're trying to make up for some bad shit they used to do. Like, I've never met, I don't know, I've never met anyone that woke up that had like a fucking solid job,
Yeah.
had a happy home life, and like everything was fucking going for them. Like, they were just like, hey, here I am. And then they decided, you know what, missing? Church.
Yeah.
I've never met that person. I mean, I'm sure there might be some out there, but I just haven't met them. And I've never met anybody that wasn't going through an issue or going through something, and then they seeked out God. Like, they wanted something better in their life. And I mean, and by all means, like, the platform or the formula that the church uses, most of them will tell you tithe 10%, save 10%, and live off the 80 or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, and then most churches will kind of frown against like drinking and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, and then they teach you to be a good parent and how to be a good spouse and all. Like, there's nothing really wrong with the teachings and everything. I just feel like people are fake.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like it is. Like, I feel like there's a lot of freaking people pretending that everything's fine and dandy. And then, like, we'd have these men's meetings and one person would, like, open up going through something real. And then everybody would have that whoa, that's crazy response. And then, like, not want to talk about why this fool's addicted to drugs, or he's having issues at home because he was cheating on his wife or something. Like, all those things, like, people don't want to. In the church, I just know that people didn't really want to talk about it in an open group setting. Maybe like a
Yeah.
one-on-one with a guy you thought that you could trust. Maybe that dude will tell you something different. But a lot of them, like, it's just like, oh, man, that sucks for you, kind of thing. And like, how do we fix this though, bro? Like, that's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you so you can tell me that's crazy.
Yeah, for advice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, being in jail fucking sucked. Slept on the floor for like 13 hours straight one of them days I was in there.
I mean, how'd you make a phone call? They had
They had
phone in there?
phones in there
Did they?
with that. You had to say your name and
Yeah.
call the person, and then my mom had to pay for the phone call to come through, like a
Yeah.
collect call.
Yeah.
This is a collect phone
Oh,
call
like
from
you
Mom.
accept
Get
it.
me out of jail.
Yeah.
But yeah, she already knew where I was. She had my location, so
Yeah.
she was not impressed, bro. Yeah, I had to get my car out. And
Yeah, I remember the next day, because you were kind of quiet on the group chat. I was like, damn, he must be like real hungover or something. Busy at work.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people reached out because I was quiet on Instagram.
Yeah.
Didn't respond to a lot of people. They were like, "Oh, something must be up," and I was like, "Yeah, something was up for sure." But yeah, so
When'd you get it? You got out at what, Saturday night?
Saturday night at like
Yeah.
almost 9 o'clock. I walked from the jail in downtown Fort Worth to that donut shop across from Bass Hall. Got me 2 donuts, a Coke, and a sweet tea. I
Yeah.
ate 2 sandwiches in jail over the course of 36 hours almost.
Yeah.
Or almost 46 hours. I don't know. I went in Thursday night, didn't get out till Friday night. So it was
Yeah.
almost 48 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It was terrible. But listening to some people's stories, and then when they held the little court date when the magistrate, bro, that was people in there $75,000 bond, bro. To get out, that's like $7,500,
Yeah.
and these dudes were getting out. I was like, bro, y'all just got like $8 grand laying around. Like I'm over here struggling trying to come up with the money from my attorney left and right, and I'm like, bro, like I guess y'all got it like that. Or y'all just used to it. Some of those dudes in there, they were just like it's normal. Like they be up there. They know the guards and stuff, and I'm like, bro, I didn't want this to be my life.
Yeah.
And then, bro, it's not just jail where you're in like a holding cell. Like they put you in a cell, and then like, all right, come on, let's go. We're getting out,
Yep.
bro. I already knew I was getting out on Saturday at 6:30 in the morning, and I didn't get out till 8:45. And bro, stripped down naked, put on these bullshit boxers, put on a onesie and some jelly sandals. You walking around. They put me in a 2-man tank, and I'm in there top bunk on the worst mattress in the world, thinking about, bro, this has to be a nightmare, bro. Like, I don't know how people play around with DWIs and shit, bro. Like, cause I was like, I'm not having it, bro. I'm not doing this. And people were like, you get a court appointed attorney. I'm like, fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm getting a real attorney. I'll pay the money. I'll work my ass off. I'll do side jobs. I'll do whatever I need to. So, by the way, if y'all need like some easy brake jobs done or like a tune-up, holla at your boy, because we can do that shit on the weekend. Because I need some money. But, yeah, man, that was something else, dude. I don't think,
And when they close those doors, how it echoes.
yeah, bro. And you in a room, and there's a toilet, bro, and there's a water fountain attached to the top of it.
Yeah.
And there's like gnats all in the toilet. And like you trying to get a drink of water where some dude just shit like 15 minutes ago. You got to ask for toilet paper, bro.
Damn.
Like, nah, man. I can't do it. I mean, that shit. That was probably the worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
Out of everything I've ever been through, that was the worst, bro.
Sucks.
And you learn a lot of things in there that I don't care to know. 15 cups of noodles, bro, will get you a pair of shoes.
Damn.
1 sandwich will get you 2 cups of noodles. This is currency that I do not ever want to deal
Yeah.
in. Sandwiches and noodle cups, bro? No. I don't want to know this. Bro, when it so all the way through the jail, they bring you the same sandwich with this shitty bologna salami shit on it with cheese. If you get mustard and mayo, you're lucky. And 2 cookies. No drink. You drink water from the toilet. Well, from the water fountain on the toilet. And then you finally get to where you're in like an actual cell and you have your own bed. Besides that, you sleep on the floor. Bro, I was dying, bro. My back was hurt so bad.
Bet.
Try to sleep on a concrete floor with no pillow. No, bro. It was the fucking worst. And I literally, when I finally got to that room, that guy's like, hey, bro, feeding time's at 11.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what do we do till then? He goes, we sleep.
That's all you can do,
Bro,
right?
without distractions, without your phone, you learn a lot about yourself
Yeah.
and what you're willing to do. I'm willing to give up alcohol so I never have to go back to jail. Ever again. Ever. Never want to go back. If that means I never drink alcohol ever again, I'm okay with that decision. We can shake on it right now. We can, I mean, I swear to God, if there was a way, the Watcher, God, let's shake on it. Alcohol will never enter my body as long as I never have to go back to jail. I'm shaking on it.
Yeah.
Granted, like I said, I'm not going to say I'm never going to drink again. But if there was a way that promise could be made, like a genie, hey genie, I'm going to rub on this lamp, and if alcohol enters my body, it immediately has to be thrown up, I'd sign up in the heartbeat, bro. I'm not willing to go back to jail. To wake up and you see a little glass window, and then you can see a TV on the other side playing like Lifetime.
Damn.
I'm like, bro, no. And then I walked up to this dude. He goes, "Hey, man, step back." I was like, "Whoa, sorry. Red line. Get behind it." I'm like, I don't want people to talk to me like that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to talk to you from 12 feet away because I'm standing too close to you.
Damn.
I'm not willing to do it. Don't want to ever do it again.
And that was a jail, what, downtown?
Yeah. Because apparently I was in one jail and then I walked in a tunnel for like a mile, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they put me into a different jail. And I got a, what is it, TB, tuberculosis or whatever?
Yeah.
They gave me the little
shot.
To see, like it's a test to see if you have it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then if it reacts, then you got it. And if it doesn't react, then you just have a fucking hole in your arm a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not ready to go back to jail ever. And let me just make a couple of things clear. I don't blame anybody for anything that I decided to do. And I know exactly why I was drinking the way I was. And I'm not throwing anybody under the bus about that either. Shit happens in life and you have to address it, deal with it, and move forward. And if you don't, then you end up in jail like I did. Or you abuse something else, or you let people down, or you do all of the above.
Yep.
And I let my mom down. I let my kids down. Nah, I don't want to do that shit no more. So here we are. And am I going to go see a psychiatrist? Nope, because I can't afford it. But I am going to start acknowledging my shit and owning it. That's why, I mean, I could have just fucking rebranded the podcast and talked about mental health and not opened up and told you my bullshit. But that's why Vincent's here, to support me as I fucking tell the internet and whoever listens to this shit that your boy was fucking up pretty good. And
are you gonna do the AA classes or no? Or are you gonna wait till?
No, they didn't say anything about AA. They said I gotta do. So I already did the MAD, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving class. That was like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Cost you $65, and then in the next couple of weeks I gotta do the DWI class, which is 3 hours a day, 3 days in a row, for a total of 9 hours of me on a Zoom meeting. And then I have to do a psych evaluation to see if I have underlying issues that are going to cause me to relapse.
Yeah.
So, but I've already done those once. I think I did. I did the psych mental evaluation. It was like fucking 200 questions or something. And they said I lied 30% of the time. And I was like, what? I didn't
for real?
lie. Yeah, I got my results. I was like, no, I didn't. I told the truth. But, yeah, so... But yeah, so a lot more gym in my future as soon as his toe heals up right. And then spending more time with my kids. Man, I really am debating about this church thing. About stepping foot back into a church.
Yeah.
I just feel I cringe when I say it out loud. And I just feel like, if I feel that way about it right now, how am I going to feel when I'm inside the building?
Yeah.
I'll probably burst into flames when I walk in the door.
So what you gonna do? Just try different ones or what?
I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream a YouTube thing on a Sunday morning. Just kind of sit at the house and watch it on TV. See how I feel about it. Watch it on my iPad or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't oppose the concept of God. I'm not saying there's no God, there's no devil. I'm just like, I don't feel like, oh, I'm unworthy to go to church. I just kind of feel like, I don't know. It feels kind of like bullshit, like cliche. Like, oh, I fucked up and got a DWI. Now I'm going to get my life together. I'm going back to church. That seems like bullshit.
Yeah.
It seems like, oh, my shit got too rough and now I'm going to reach out to God and he's going to answer me and fix all my problems. No, just fucking don't do the dumb shit that I used to do. And don't sit there and pretend that like, oh man, God's gonna come through for me, and He's gonna perfect me and all this shit, because a lot of that shit is just in yourself. Like, there's dudes that don't drink at all. I don't know any of them,
Yeah,
but
they're still going through it.
they're still going through it. There's people that, I mean, some people don't have a problem with drinking. They drink like 2 drinks and then they're just, oh, I'm good,
Yeah,
and they don't care. And if I could get there, that'd be cool. But at the same time, I could just save the $16 that it would cost me for that
yeah.
and buy some cool shit.
I met people where they just have one drink and they're like, I'm good. You know?
But that's not me. I know
Yeah.
me. I know in myself, dude. I drink 2 Monsters every day. I was this because it's a good deal, 2 for $5. Do you really need 2 Monsters,
Yeah.
bro? I had 3 energy drinks and a giant coffee this morning,
Damn.
and I still
They
took a
hurt your
nap.
stomach.
I still
Shit.
took a nap on my lunch break, bro. Solid 40 minutes. Just, but I mean, I don't know. I've perfected the lunch nap though. It takes me like 3 minutes to fall asleep. Out cold. Alarm goes off, wake up, drink that other energy drink.
How you been sleeping though since?
Oh, hit and miss, bro.
Yeah.
Hit and miss. I mean, alcohol did help me sleep a lot some of the times. But what I'm doing now is I'm doing the Apple Music, what's it called? Rain,
Yeah.
Night Rain Trail or something. And it's just all these like recorded storms. There's like thunder in one, bro. I was like, this shit seems so for real. Like, I woke up like, is it raining? And I was like, oh, I forgot I put that on.
And that's a good one because some of them it's like too much bass on the
Yeah.
thunder, and then it don't it don't set right in your mind and you can't sleep.
This shit hit right, bro. Like, I fell asleep like instantly, and then when it turned off, I woke up at like 3:30. Like, man. And I want to say it right now, but if I say ALEXA, the one over there will turn on.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, because I was gonna say it, I was like, oh, I can't say it because then the echo dot will turn on and it'll start playing it in the background, and then copyright infringement because someone copyrighted the sound of rain. Can you imagine, bro, that you
Yeah.
could copyright the sound of rain?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I've been like dabbling in listening to a lot of different music recently.
Yeah.
One of my buddies posted a Pretty Ricky song in his story, and then I was like, let me go check. Wait, man, when did this come out? And it's like a Pretty Ricky song from like 2005. And I was
Damn.
like, bro, I feel really old right now that I know all the words to this song still. Like, I used to jam out to that shit apparently. And then that's when I've been like, and it was just funny because one Instagram meme or reel was like that girl from high school that listened to Pretty Ricky. She got 4 kids now, and I was like, sounds about right. But yeah, that dude, and then just trying to listen to some different shit, like different avenues of music. I mean, there's so much music in Fort Worth, and then there's so much music, dude. Like, there's some statistic that there's like 30,000 songs that come out every month on Apple Music and iTunes. 30,000, bro. That's how many artists are out there that are uploading their shit onto Apple Music and Spotify. 30,000 different songs. And I'm like, 30,000? Like, that's crazy that
Yeah.
the concept of trying, and then to try to find music in all that you really like and want to keep listening to. Like, I'm not an artist and I can't sing or rap, so I don't face that. But, bro, there's 10,000 podcasts that upload every month.
Yeah.
So go like and subscribe to this, bro, please. I'm trying to get sponsored.
Yep.
Give me energy drink. Dude, I would kill for an energy drink sponsor. I don't even need them to pay me. Just send me energy drinks. Send me 2 flats of energy drinks every month and I'll promote your shit. You know how I get going in the morning? I down a insert energy drink name here. And that's what gets me started. I kill 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, and 1 before bed.
For real? Damn, for bed? Shit.
No, man, I'm just trying to sell a product, bro. No, man, but yeah, I mean, definitely, I think one of the biggest things is like you checking in on me, buddies checking in on me. A lot of my friends that I like, we talk on Instagram and stuff, and we go out and hang out and stuff, and we'll be at the club or the bar or whatever. And man, they still check in on me. Like, I'm not out there like I was, but don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be in the club here pretty soon, drinking some water. And I'll be out there, don't worry. But yeah, reached out. Someone told me today, like, hey man, I don't want you to think that we're just Instagram buddies. Like, if you need anything, let me know. I'm like, damn, bro, that makes me feel good, man.
Hell yeah.
And everyone's like, hey man, I want to come on the podcast. I want to come on the podcast. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't know if you follow the podcast Instagram page, but I rebranded and we're like not drinking anymore and we're talking about mental health. Oh, for sure, man, I'm down. Like, that's something that we all need to talk about and we deal with, and nobody ever like really opens up about it. I'm like, wow, all right, well, so that's why I spilled all my shit, so that other people aren't afraid to spill theirs. And like I said, anyone who wants to come on, we'll talk about whatever you're comfortable talking about. So I don't know where else. Well, I just think I'm rambling now.
Yeah.
Ramble.
Yeah, with this new job, man, I'm still trying to get my sleep schedule. Or kind of, I don't know. I'll be tired as hell after work. More busy now, so.
But then when you go to sleep in the afternoon, you can't sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to love those hour naps when I get home.
Yeah.
But it would fuck up my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
And then
even if it's like 20, 30 minutes,
yeah,
or less than that, it'll still.
I would take that hour or 2 hour nap, and then I wouldn't be able to sleep all night. And then I would just drink. So I was like, man, a couple beers and I'll be good. And then like 7 or 8 beers later, still sitting on the couch watching Impractical Jokers or Food Network or something. I'm just like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This chair is fucking uncomfortable.
For real,
like it don't lean back, bro. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to adjust this. I don't know. I'm gonna fucking figure out how to lean it back farther.
That's probably why they got rid of it.
I know, right? But yeah, dude. So how you doing? You liking the job?
Yeah, it's my third weekend. It's pretty good. People are good.
I know you be going out to eat all the time, bro. They be buying you lunch all the time.
Well, that was just that first week, paying for lunch and shit. But
they be getting donuts and shit.
Every once in a while. I think last Friday someone brought donuts, and then today someone brought one. You know, just out of the kindness of their heart, I guess.
The kindness of their heart. I think I'm gonna start doing shit like that out of the kindness of my heart. Made me feel better a little bit. Right some wrongs. I'm not giving homeless people money. I don't do that.
Oh no.
Just for people I know. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. So I was working on a car the other day at work, and this dude like crept up on me, bro. Like I'm in the door panel working. This dude comes up behind me. He's like, "Hey man," I was like, "Shit." He's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to come up on you like that." I'm like, "No, you didn't. It kind of felt like you did." And he was like, "Would you like to buy some of the greatest candy bars in the world?" I was like, "No, I'm good, bro." He goes, "Well, it's to help to stop youth violence." I was like, I mean, I don't want candy bars, bro. Like, and like, I always feel like those dudes that like, I'm not saying that they don't have an organization or anything.
Yeah.
But how is candy bars going to help stop youth violence? Like, what are you doing with the money? What are you investing in? In the inner city youth?
Yeah.
Or in what are you doing? The Boys and Girls Club? That doesn't stop it. It's still, it's shit's still going to happen. Like, and I always feel like, hey, if you're doing a fundraiser, you're trying to raise money for your nonprofit or your organization, introduce yourself with who the fuck you work for. Like, hey, we are the, I don't know, coalition against youth violence. Have like a business card or a t-shirt on. Don't walk up with like a throwback Kobe Bryant faded shirt and a box of chocolates that look like you bought at Sam's. And be like, hey, can you buy some of these from me?
I remember always seeing those guys with the banana bread.
Yeah,
in
bro.
the parking lot. Well, I'll walk all the way around to get to my car.
Nah, bro. I actually know the ministry that does that. That's I knew a couple of guys that went through their program, but it's for like recovering drug addicts. What is it called? Victory Outreach.
Something like
it's
that.
Victory Outreach. Yeah. And then like one time, I don't know why, but I was like, bro, like, so why is it always y'all dudes out here walking around selling banana bread? And he goes, well, the part of the ministry is that the women like make the bread and the men go and sell it. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I was just wondering, I was like, so Victory Outreach is only for dudes? Like, what if there's a struggling woman that has whatever? Yeah. He's like, no, man, they stay back at the facility and they make the bread and stuff for us to sell.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And it's like $5 a loaf.
Yeah.
And it's the driest fucking banana nut bread you ever had. I mean, but see, they're like a legit ministry,
Yeah.
a legit nonprofit. The money that they make goes into that organization. But when they come up, they have the flyer with what they do, where they're
Yeah.
located. Like, I'm not gonna buy that bread,
Yeah.
but at least I know where the money's going. Like when people do buy their bread, it's like, oh, it's cool, man. But I'm just not one of those dudes. Like I've seen, man. Okay, so back in the day when I was when COVID was like running rampant, and we were in the early stages, and we got like they gave us those the EBT cards like
Oh, yeah.
the for food. Well, because with 3 kids, like they were giving us all this money because like they said since they weren't going to school, they subsidized and gave you money so you could
Yeah.
feed your kids at home. And man, I took that money and ran with it, bro. We was having some badass cookouts and
I
all
remember
kinds
that,
of shit.
yeah.
But so one day, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, $200 a week is what I spend roughly now on groceries. And then when they were doing it, it was about right, bro. They gave us about $800 a month.
Yeah.
So, and then you're thinking your kids were home twice as much because they weren't at school. So when that shit was happening, dude, I went like supermarket sweep, bro. When I went to Walmart, man, I filled up that shopping cart with everything. And then this guy in a wheelchair rolled up outside in the parking lot. Hey man, can you spare a couple of dollars? And I didn't. I told him the truth, bro. I just bought all this with EBT, bro. Fucking food stamps, Lone Star card, homie. And he's like, "All right, man, that's cool." I go, "I'll give you some Capri Suns and like some Lunchables and like I'll give you one of them sub sandwiches I just got." And I just hooked that fool up with a whole bag of food.
Did you? Hell
And
yeah.
then he rolled off on his. Appreciate you, man. Rolled off in a wheelchair. Not 3 days later, I saw that fool walking, pushing that wheelchair.
Was it?
Yes, it was the same
Shit.
dude. He was at the grocery store across, like, cat a corner from that Walmart. He was at the Albertsons. And I'm like, bro, like, you can walk. Like, I thought you was, like, handicapped in a wheelchair, bro. But you can be getting wheelchairs at Goodwill. You can find them. I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
could steal a wheelchair if you really wanted to. And just be riding around in a wheelchair. And nobody gonna question you.
Yeah.
Can you really not walk, bro?
Until some shit goes down.
Yeah,
and shit.
someone gets shot and then you jump out that wheelchair and take off running. I'm like, man. But, I mean, people are like that, bro. Like, the homeless people, like, there was a. Oh, man, did my phone die?
Did it?
Low battery. Is my phone not charging off the couch right now? Close. What? Was it recording that whole time?
Hopefully. Shit.
No, it was recording, but we just lost the light.
I think because it went maybe low battery mode or something.
But my phone's plugged into the charger, man. Maybe there's too many things plugged into my phone. Well, that's fantastic. We're at like 45 minutes right now anyway.
Alright.
I'll cut and edit some of that out. And we'll just do it with dim lighting now. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about.
Homeless people.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know there's legit homeless people out there. There's shelters here in Fort Worth and all that jazz, but there's people out there running scams too, bro. Alright, motherfucking take 2. Now it's all foggy and shit in here.
I know, right? Shit, what happened?
Fucking chair, I swear to God. Oh, yeah, so at the end of the homeless guy story running away and people are like that, blah, 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 blah. Fucking technical difficulties with the camera. But
He
It
busted
just-
out the couch wasn't charging.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you said the couch wasn't plugged up.
So we're in the studio, aka the living room, and the couch has plugs in it inside of it. So I was charging. Thought I was charging my phone off that shit, but apparently the couch is unplugged. And that is a funny statement. The fucking couch is unplugged. So now my phone's charging again. But we're just gonna sign off on this one. We gone long enough to chit chat it. I felt like I was rambling a long time ago. I don't even know what we were finishing off on, but yeah. So that's it. But yeah, y'all tune in. We're gonna talk about some real shit here going forward. Bitch is getting homework, and well, I mean, I'm gonna do research too.
Yeah.
Beep boop research on a tablet, iPad.
Well, I want to say is just tell your wife or husband or whatever you love them. Kids too, man. They need to hear that. I know I need to work on that. You know,
Yeah.
everybody gets up and goes in the morning. Don't say nothing. tired, got to go to work, but just let them know you love them.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to do this time, because like I don't like when I get off the camera and I walk around it. So I'm gonna say, all right, guys, y'all stay fed, and go like this.
My shit's in my pocket.